Pengcheng was the ancient name of Shujo. Pengcheng cuisine, far from merely indulging the palates of Shujo people, is also a cultural heritage imbued with emotions. Exploration and Discovery now presents Savoring Abundance Episode 4. Shujo, or Pengcheng of yore, is China's only city named after a chef's surname. And thus, cuisine has become Xuzhou citizens' hotly explored subject. Among 3 of its famed dishes, wok braised chicken earns top honors. It is tender and bursting with juice, perfectly complementing the crisp flour cake. Diced meat with vegetables comes recommended too. The filling and wrap pairing is robust, detailed, and rich in flavor. Family delight soup of assorted foods is a classic feature dish in Shujo banquets. Slick, juicy, and overflowing with aroma, one can taste savory delicacy in every bite. Wok braised chicken is a famous specialty dish of Xuzhou City, Jiangsu Province, made up of filling and flour cake. After meticulous cooking, the meat is fine and tender, at once sweet and savory. The flour cake has a novel texture. Crisp, tasty, smooth and chewy all at once, bringing rich layers of taste to the palate. Xin is a cooking lecturer from Shujo Technician College. Tomorrow is the graduating class final hot dish preparation class. These students, coming from far and wide, have within the past several years learned various categories of dishes. In this final lesson, Xin will impart to them a famous dish native to Shujo: wok braised chicken.
Shujo lies at the intersection of 4 provinces, so its dishes are relatively more robust in taste. There is the spiciness, then the savory taste.
Cooking a delicious wok braised chicken demands quality ingredients, and flour quality is no exception.
Hello, ma'am. Any plain flour?
Sure.
Let me see.
Plain flour lies between bread flour and cake flour. Its moderate protein content gives it malleability and some elasticity. The best fit to make gravy flour cake.
First, look at the flour's color. It's yellowish. That's the original color how it should be. If it turns whitish, it's proof that there are more added preservatives. Second, we smell it. No particularly odd smell, and it's a bit cool to the touch. This flour is quite well stored, so it's pretty good flour. Weigh some for me.
To cook wok braised chicken, chicken selection is of utmost importance. To ensure a good lesson, the next morning, Xixin personally headed to Liuliang Mountains to buy authentic free-range chicken.
Hello, meow. I'm here for some chickens.
The breeder quietly entered the coop and approaches gingerly. The chickens are instantly on the alert. When the breeder attacks suddenly, they instantly raised a ruckus, flapping their wings in a frenzy. The breeder acts quickly and grabs one in a precise move.
Will this do for you?
Okay, good enough. Whether this one's a wild cockerel can be seen from 5 points. 1, its feathers, they're shiny. 2, it's got a sharp beak. 3, so are its claws. 4, its skin, see, this part is white. 5, its legs, because it often runs outdoors. The muscles in its legs are notably firm, and its legs are a bit thick. That's the 5 marks of a wild cockerel.
If you now know how to spot one, you can give Xixin's tips a try. After an hour's journey by car, Xixin successfully reached the college before class starts. The students are already in the cooking practice classroom, all seated and ready. Mr. Shi's final lesson is one they eagerly await.
Class starting.
Stand up.
Hello, students.
Hello, sir.
Everyone, today is our final lesson on wok braised chicken. Next, I'll do a demonstration for you. Take out its liver and gizzard.
First, you need to take this washed free-range chicken and do a cut-up.
Any student up for helping me with the pieces?
Xixin invites a student on stage to perform practical knifing.
Today, we're dicing up this chicken into 4-centimeter cubes.
With precision, the neck and feet are chopped off. Afterward, the wings and legs are cut up in order.
See, there's the trachea here, with some fat in there. There are lymph nodes in those fat. You can't eat them. Okay, cut. Look, if you cut it up this way, how can you chop it off, right?
With Shi's help, the student chopped the chicken breast and back into small, 4-centimeter cubes. This is the best size for roasting.
Next, we'll make the flour cake. Anyone up to demonstrate the process?
Just then, another student plucked up the courage to step up, showing the process of making a flour cake.
What should the firmness of this dough be?
For this dough, we take the firmness of the jiaozi skin we made before and soften it a bit.
The mix of brine and flour induces the flour protein into a chemical reaction, enhancing the flour's tenacity and elasticity.
First, we mix the flour and water into loose tufts, like cotton tufts.
Secure the bowl with the left hand, while the right hand grabs from the sides and kneads inward. Expand, then knead. The repeated pulling gradually tightens the dough. In her hands, the dough gradually turns smooth and elastic.
It's done, sir.
Everyone, look. She did pretty well with the kneading. Okay, next, we'll take the kneaded dough and leave it for 10 minutes.
By loosening and applying tension, the dough is at once firm and stretchy. After which, the rested dough is squeezed out of the pipe, forming small, even-sized dough pieces. To prevent them from drying out, the pieces are stored in water for a second round of resting. Oil goes into the hot wok, with ginger and scallions to remove meat odor. Sichuan pepper, star anise and dried chili go in. All stir-fried continuously until fragrant. The classroom is awash in a rich aroma. The long-awaited chicken finally comes to play. Stir-frying over medium heat makes the moisture in the meat evaporate, while the skin turns yellowish.
Right at this time, this chicken of ours is about halfway cooked.
At this halfway mark, the meat odor has gone completely. This is the best moment to add the condiments. Dark soy sauce for flavor and color. Cooking wine to remove odors and enhance the aroma. A bit of sugar for extra zing. Simmer over high heat, and when the chicken is 2/3 cooked, add in the offal.
We take chicken liver, heart, gizzard and kidneys, adding them all at the same time. Why must we wait till the chicken is 2/3 cooked before adding the offal? The chicken liver comes out hard, and it has an aged texture.
The variety of complementary condiments work together to elevate the chicken's flavor.
I'll get a piece of dough, then open it up with my palms.
Seasoned hands kneaded the dough into flatbreads. The upper portion sticks to the wok, while the lower portion floats atop the gravy. After 5 to 8 minutes of braising, the gravy turns sticky. At this time, the chicken and the flatbread blend perfectly. As the wok cover is open, the aroma of wok braised chicken spreads out. One half of the flour cake has fully absorbed the savory gravy, mellow and tasty. The other half is crisp and inviting.
Next, we'll have you students to get a taste.
Tasting it thoroughly, the chicken is stewed till mushy and soft, brimming in gravy. The flour cake and the chicken enhance each other, producing a unique texture that is ultimately delicious. Right then, the rich aroma is deeply engraved in the students' minds. Perhaps in days to come, that flavor will be like a time machine, bringing them back to this wholesome school days. Diced meat with vegetables combines a medley of foods in a baked wrap for a Shujo delicacy. The fillings are robust and varied, all diced finely. The wrap is chewy and soft, the ultimate vessel to hold fillings. The fillings in the baked wrap complement one another to perfection. "4 a.m. at dawn, when the city is still asleep, young Huawei begins his busy day. Yang is the executive chef of a factory, in charge of the daily meals of over 1,000 people in the factory.
Some meat, please.
Sure, which one?
The leg, I want ham.
Sure.
The ratio of fat and lean meat in ham is 3:7. The meat is mellow and tasty. Black pork is tender and highly nutritious, a top ingredient to make local Shujo dishes. Meat selection is not limited to parts and breed. On details, Yang is especially stringent.
First, I look at the pork skin, its thickness. White pork has flat, thin skin, whereas black pork has fatty meat, 3 fingers thick. But this black pork has very low cholesterol. It's fatty, but not greasy. And look at its lean meat. The color of the lean meat is a purplish red, like beef, whereas white pork is pale colored, soft and pastel-like. Black pork has excellent elasticity. It bounces back instantly after you press it, whereas for white pork, it takes longer. Bye.
Come again.
Okay.
Recently, with heavier workshop production loads, workers often need to work till late at night. As the pillar of the factory's culinary scene, Yang decided to make another nighttime meal for his colleagues.
Man can't work on empty stomachs. I've got to recharge them through filling meals.
When choosing dishes, he decided to cook a local dish: diced meat with vegetables.
This particular dish is quite convenient to eat, and is packed with nutrition, able to quickly satisfy hunger for a full stomach.
Walking his talk, he meticulously removed the pork fascia to ensure the purest taste of the ingredient. When cutting meat, Yang insists on manual work.
With manual cutting, we cut according to the grain, not destroying the meat's fiber structure.
Afterward, the fatty meat undergoes the same process, until it becomes pea-sized pieces, fully releasing the oils. To cook delicious diced meat with vegetables, aside from choice meat, the side vegetables are equally important. In this aspect, Yang's ingenuity led him to introduce a new innovative variable.
Greater burdock is mildly sweet, but fried in oil, it becomes truly sweet. Greater burdock.
The burdocks are all fresh, just picked from the ground.
Burdock, literally ox herb in Chinese, might bring to mind beef or beef-related ingredients. In fact, burdock is a type of rhizome, growing underground. It looks like yam, and is refreshingly sweet and crunchy. It has an immunity-boosting effect.
When we choose burdock, the standard is, it's like a 50-cent coin. It's like a coin this big. Any bigger and it's old. If it's smaller, then it's not fully grown. In your hands, it should have some weight, meaning there's moisture inside. If it feels very light in your hands, weightless, that means its moisture is gone. It's dried up. Look at its elasticity. Fresh burdock has excellent elasticity. If it's a dry burdock, it will grow stiff. Get me a bag, I'll pick some. There, how many? All right.
The prepared burdock cubes are then submerged in water to prevent discoloration by oxidation. Oil is poured into a hot wok, and the burdock cubes are flipped in oil grease. It is fried till completely cooked, then set aside. This is not the only carefully prepared vegetable. Next in the frying wok are peanuts, adding a crunchy texture. They are constantly stirred, each peanut evenly heated, emanating a scintillating fried aroma. When deep fried until the peanuts open and the aroma is thick, they are strained to cool. Next, using the cleaver blade, the peanuts are crushed, for ease of use. To improve heat efficiency, Yang took pains to dice the vegetables to similar cubes. With everything prepared, the dish is about to be cooked. Catalyzed by high heat, the grease in pork cubes quickly sizzles, mixing with various condiments and unleashing a meaty aroma. Soy sauce for added color and savory taste. Next, the vegetables go in one after another. Refreshing diced garlic sprouts, sweet, crunchy diced burdock, with crispy crushed peanuts. The diced meat and vegetables mesh together in the wok. An infusion exchange of aromas coming together as one. Here, the filling part of diced meat with vegetables is successfully cooked. Night has crept in, and the whole factory is dotted with lights. In the kitchen, Yang is fully focused on making the baked wrap.
Baked wrap is a flour-based food, eaten in every Shujo household.
Mix wheat core powder and water at a ratio of 7:10. Too little flour makes it sticky, too much makes it overly hard. Next is kneading the dough. It is done until the surface is smooth and fine, without any flour sticking to the bowl or hands. Only then is this process concluded. Next up, it is rested for 15 to 20 minutes to fully relax the dough. Flour is sprinkled as a base to prevent the dough from sticking onto the board. The dough is pressed flat, then rolled with a rolling pin. This is done again and again until it becomes a thin, whole flatbread that is tensile without stiffness. Only then is the prototype wrap shape complete. Baked wrap means just as its name suggests. Baked refers to the key cooking process. Lifting and flipping all happen in quick moments, so you have to watch carefully. As the temperature rises, in less than a minute, the bread surface puffs up slightly. When the underside shows some yellowing, you have a successfully baked wrap to serve. The workers came right on time, commencing the long-anticipated supper session.
Thanks, Chef Yang.
Late at night when hunger strikes, a surprising full meal can alleviate a long, tiring day. Enjoying the joy and warmth brought by good food.
Have some more.
Thanks, Chef Yang.
There are meat, vegetables, and the wrap. In one bite, the first one notices is the outer baked wrap. All soft and chewy. Then comes the savory, hearty filling in tasty mouthfuls. Both enhance and complement each other perfectly. Family Delight Soup of Assorted Foods is a classic, time-honored Shujo dish. Various ingredients are gathered in rich, mellow broth, at once retaining their original flavors, while presenting a savory, mellow texture. It represents reunion and wholesomeness. As people gather, they may select according to their palate and share the joy of tasty cuisine. Next week, there is to be a grand wedding banquet. To ensure the smooth running of the banquet, head chef Wang Zhenlong must make due preparatory work, among which the featured dish of Family Delight Soup of Assorted Foods holds an important place in Shujo. It serves to start the whole banquet. It may be a common dish that looks simple, but to cook it properly is no easy endeavor. From ingredient prep to heat control, every aspect tests a chef's skills. Among the whole dish, fish balls take the spotlight. And with its white tender meat, northern snakehead becomes the best ingredient for fish balls.
Start by looking at its eyes. Its eye protrudes, with a glow to it. Then we look at its gills. They're shut tight. The freshest ones are red on the inside. Now the back. It's black and shiny, with a sheen. The fish belly will look grayish-white. There is no sticky liquid to the touch. Now that's a top-notch ingredient.
Right, I'll be off then.
Okay.
One swift chop, and the fish head is off. The knife edges in from the back, separating the meat from the spine. At the same time, the skin and red parts are removed. The remaining fish pieces are promptly sliced to finer parts. Next, double-handed chopping. Under a stream of beatings from the blades, the meat gradually turns sticky. At the next step, it becomes a clean, whitish fish paste. Salt is added to the paste, then mixed vigorously to increase meat firmness. Scallion and ginger water removes amines, the source of fishy smell. Then there is egg white, the secret to a smooth texture. At this moment, the paste is about to undergo a glow-up. Through deft hands, paste is squeezed out of the piping, slowly taking shape as fish balls. His right hand works in unison, putting the fish balls into the water, one by one, after a tiered shaping process. The fish balls are in one walk. Fish balls aside, there are also pork meatballs. Chopping, mixing, shaping, cooking. The pork meatballs and fish balls not only give the whole dish a solid texture base that is smooth, tender, and chewy, but also imply days of prosperity and longevity for the newlyweds. Preparations for the wedding banquet are in full swing. Every detail is infused with expectation and happiness. In the back kitchen, the chefs are busy preparing various dishes. Wang is also wholly focused on oil puffing beef tendons. The method drenches dried food in oil, so it expands from the heat until it turns puffy and flaky. Cold oil is poured in the wok, and the dried tendons are fully submerged in it. Turn off heat as oil temperature nears 100 degrees Celsius, allowing the oil to cool naturally. Sprinkle water droplets, often called crackling water, to optimize the swelling effect of the tendons. After oil puffing, the tendons still need to undergo brining to break down and remove grease. Lastly, they are washed in vinegar to enhance the tendon's chewiness. Pork rind is a staple guest star of Family Delight. Pork rind quality directly affects the chewing experience. The dried goods purveyor is accustomed to this customer's picking preferences.
Ma'am, you got new goods?
They're just in today. Quality's quite good.
It's good pork rind.
When it comes to selecting pork rinds, Wang is especially stringent.
When we select pork rinds, first it's got to be oil-free, furless, and damp-free. Then give it a knock for the hardness. Ma'am, I'll take 7 or 8 of those. Send it to the restaurant later.
Place the pork rinds in an oil-filled wok and heat them. When they are completely soft, promptly switch off heat. After the oil slowly infuses the pork rinds, turn on the heat again. In between, the rinds are thoroughly drenched in hot oil. Only when bubbles appear evenly can they be taken out. Next up, Wang is going to subject them to stretching exercises. He gauges the oil temperature with his palm. Behind this simple action lies Wang's experience spanning over a decade. With ladles in both hands, as it reaches 280 degrees Celsius, he secures the rind with the left ladle while using the right ladle to stretch the rind forward. It shrinks back, then stretched again. After repeated pullings, the surface area of the rind extends to twice its initial size. They are submerged in water until the pork rinds are fully soft and slack. In the banquet hall, the guests are arriving in time. People who do not meet often exchange pleasantries as they wait together for the ceremony to start. In the back kitchen, the chefs strive to serve up the family delight. On top of quality ingredients, equally important is the stock. Wang's first choice is to use Huangyu chicken. With its succulent skin, it gives the stock a velvety mouthfeel. Simmered over low heat, the chicken's essence is fully released. A delicious taste bursts forth at once. Right now, all the foods are ready, just waiting to be gathered. Oil goes into the hot wok, and spices are stir-fried till fragrant. The long-awaited chicken stock is finally poured in, together forming a rich, flavorful stock. The pork meatballs go in first for added meaty aroma, following which, dried bean curd and pork rinds go in, fully absorbing the stock essence. Afterward, other foods are added consecutively. They gradually release their own aromas. Next up, Wang brings in a special guest. That is white pepper. The spicy aroma of white pepper is a favorite of Shujo people. Pepper is added to the wok. Stir-fried over low heat. It is then manually ground. The strained white pepper powder is stored with care. Lastly, this finely prepared condiment blends with the robustness of the family delight soup to form a perfect combination. Fully integrated into the dish before serving. On the stage, a pair of newlyweds walk hand in hand for their grand entrance. The applause from the audience signal their best wishes for the couple. In the kitchen, Wang is about to wrap up his busy endeavor. The neatly arranged vessels stand still, awaiting the moment they are filled with delicious food.
Serving the feature dish, soup of assorted foods.
Cued by a sonorous shout. Pots of sumptuous family delight soup of assorted foods are delivered into the banquet hall. The cover opens up to a waft of aromas. Served with this well-known delicacy, the guests all help themselves for a taste. One mouthful, and one first tastes the enveloping mellow soup. Smooth and refreshing to taste. Next up, comes every food's unique savory taste and subtleties. The banquet has officially commenced now. Another beautiful celebration, another feast of delicious foods, begins yet again then and there. Good food is a city's calling card, while also being an indispensable element in people's daily lives. Not only is it a carnival for the taste buds, but also a cultural heritage imbued with emotions. Family and friends gather round a table, savoring delicious foods together, and sharing in one another's joy. That is what delicious cuisine stands for.